But some of you will get caught up in this trap of constantly learning because you're afraid to sit down with one model, follow the rules, stick to that process, and let it yield whatever experience is intended for you. And then you have a baseline. That's why I could literally give out a model every single day. And some of you want me to do that. But the only thing it's going to do is like a dog in a meat market. You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to run around and you just chase everything. Instead of simply sitting down and saying, you know what? I'll just have a filet. Thank you. And I've done that with the 2022 model. I've done that just recently with the silver bullet model. I have lots more coming, but you don't have to have anything else. The optimal trade entry was enough. OTE pattern, the flagship that was on my YouTube channel. That's enough. The 2022 model, that's enough. You can use it in every session. London, New York, PM session. You can use it in London close. You can trade it in Forex. You can trade it in futures. You can trade it in crypto. You can trade it in whatever the heck you want to trade it in. It works. There's no excuse. You have zero excuse not to have some baseline by now. You should have some kind of experience to be able to say, you know what? This works. And I have to work on refining it, but I know it works because I've seen it in back testing, looking at where it has done this in the past. I tell you what time to look for these things to form. That way you're not just going around and looking at charts blindly. Go right to these specific times of the day. That's where it's going to form. For those people that go back in their old data and their old charts and they study that, they see it, they don't need me to do 50 examples of that. They don't need to see me do it live 50 times a week. They're sold on the idea. Okay, there's something here. It merits more investigation because I see the evidence of this thing occurring. It's not contrived. It's not conjectured. It's not made up. It's not fabricated. It's really happening every day. And once you see that, you don't need to have anybody else to cheerlead for you. You know, okay, there's something here. I'm going to mine that. So I give you just a few models so that way you go in and you now start working on the skill sets that are required. Not veering off course, hopping from one PD array, one approach, fair value gap, inversion value gap, breakers, market maker models, buy, sell. There's 1,000 things out there that I teach. Every individual one of them is a model. Every single one of them is an individual model. But I give you, this is the best way to learn. I'm allowing you to pick your weapon. I've opened my arsenal doors. So here it is. Look what I have here. Pick your weapon. But nothing changes when it comes to time. Time of day, these things occur at specific times, certain days of the week, certain weeks of the month, certain month of the year. I'm allowing you to bring your personality, your personal influence, because you're the problem and you're the last puzzle piece. See, some of you are sitting around here, you're writing diligent notes, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's wonderful. But you're all waiting for that last penny to drop. The last ICT puzzle piece. And then it's all going to come together. It's all going to be crystal clear. Once he tells me this one PD, the 81 PD arrays, final last one. That's it. That's it. That's the Holy Grail. No, it's not. If you walked over to your mirror right now, look at yourself real quick. That's the final puzzle piece. And it's always been you. You're the reason why you succeed, and you're the reason why you haven't succeeded yet. And ultimately, you and you alone are the only reason why you're going to fail. That's not me talking down to you. That's me telling you the way it is. That's just the way it is. Are you coming to me for a constant dose of something new, but have done nothing with what I've already given you?
Yo! Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I think I haven't talked to you guys since the New Year, I believe, right? Happy New Year, boys and girls. Hey. Cheers. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Say what's up in the chat. Hit the like button. How we doing? How the heck are we doing, boys and girls? Good to see yous. What's up, Nika? What's up, Wolf Dubai? Sempi? What's up, Jamie? Good morning. Habibi? Good morning, Ali. Mr. Nobody Trading. Eric, good morning. Who do we got in here? Gian? Did I say that name right? Gian? Good morning, Gian. Lorenzo, Flexi, Luhar, Victor, Jorno. What's up, Kev? Horty Panda, Simba, Tyman76. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, good morning, good morning, man. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy 2026. Happy Monday, everybody. Excited to get into this NFP week. We do have market open here right now, actually. So let's go ahead and jump into these charts. Like I said, guys, NFP week this week. We have PMI news at 10 a.m. So I'm not really in a huge hurry here right at open just because I'm kind of anticipating waiting for this PMI news to pass, to be honest. We got no news tomorrow, but it is NFP protocol, so I am still expecting it to be some pretty decent opportunity. We have a non-farm event Wednesday, obviously. My plan is truthfully to trade and stream every single day this week. So the only day that I would actually consider taking off would be if we just do really well Monday through Thursday, and then we just want to take Friday off just for the sake of it, boys. But otherwise, yeah, the plan for right now is to trade every single day this week. Should be good. So what is this? John Marcus clearly cooling. No question. My guess is we're close to neutral. Okay. Otherwise, other than that, boys, all I know is the Venezuelan president was captured over the weekend. Not really anything huge in terms of like a big new week opening gap necessarily here on the NASDAQ. Oil moved a little bit more, obviously, but one sec. So diving in here to the charts, let's go ahead and just mark out some key levels here. And first and foremost, we are inside of last week's weekly range still as of right now. So I'm going to mark out previous weekly high and low. While we're here, let's go previous weekly high. I got a template saved, actually. Previous weekly, I do. Look at me. Drop down to the daily here. Still rather range bound, I would say, right? Obviously, we kind of lost a lot of volatility, obviously, at the end of the month, going more sideways. And we are still inside of this range for the most part. Don't really see anything too pressing on the daily. I guess I can mark out this previous daily high. This is from Friday, so we'll mark that out just so we have it. 4 hour. Yeah, this is where it's a little bit. Let's check ES here quick. Okay, yeah, so ES is actually trading above this previous day high right now. So we do have an SMT divergence at the previous day high. 4 hour inefficiency here, obviously. We've had a gap fill now on NQ. SMT at the high. We'll see if this wants to maybe make a turn. There we go. Maybe make a turn here from OTE of this range back down towards this previous weekly low. Otherwise, I don't really hold like too strong of a bias at this very moment in time, if I'm being totally honest with you, boys and girls. Was kind of just going to wait for some more information and see what presents itself. But as of right now, I would say I would lean a little bit more on the bearish side if I had to choose. Above Asia, London highs. Oh my gosh, yeah. OT of this range, SMT at previous daily high. Yeah, I like the idea of being bearish for right now, I would say. So let's see if we can get something with this. I'm going to mark out London Asia lows just so we have them as well. You know how the bottle go down. You know how the bottle go down like water. Yeah, we can. Let's see. What is this range here? Oh yeah, we could definitely see this move for sure. That drop down on the 1 minute here. Drop down to the 1. I guess we could double up, huh? Might as well. We could double up, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Abso-freaking-lutely. 9:30 open. No first presented gap as of yet. Remember, we got news at 10 a.m., boys and girls. We'll see if this wants to take a dive here in the opening range or not. Otherwise, yeah, that's what we're looking like for right now, boys and girls. Looking at the poll in the chat, wow. 53%. 53% of the chat is bullish. Pretty even, but you guys leaning a little bit more to the upside. Interesting. What's going on with that, boys? What's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well. Fingers crossed that we left the stream issues in 2025. I probably shouldn't have even said that, because now that I've said it, it's probably going to come back to haunt me, but hopefully we're all right. Hopefully we're all right. What's up, Uncle Leb? Happy New Year. Can I show regular trading hours? I suppose I could. Are you unable to view them yourself? This is what I don't understand when people are like, hey, can you show this or can you show that? I'm like, I'm confused. Are you asking me because you can't see it on your own chart, or are you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is regular trading hours. Big opening range gap. You can always tell when there's a big opening range gap without even looking at regular trading hours, just because, I mean, if you just look at the overnight trading, anything before 9:30, if we have a decent move before 9:30, all of that move is all electronic trading hours. So that's your opening range gap. You don't even need regular trading hours to visualize what it looks like. But yeah, big opening range gap here. I guess if you wanted to mark out the quadrants, be thorough. I wonder if I have 9:30 opens right here. Do I have a? I think I have a quarters saved here on this. I don't. I have it saved on. I should make one. Let me just make one. I have it saved as a Fibonacci retracement, but let me make a Gone box for it too. Let's change this first. There we go. Yeah, let's go here. 75 and 25. Oh, there we go. Let's make 50%. That's good, actually. Let's make this orange as well. So here's your quadrants of the opening range gap if you're interested. We are in the first upper quadrant as of right now. 50%, about 520, 519. So we'll see if we want to get this gap fill. I think we should most likely, whether that's now or a little bit later. We do have London and Asia lows, 455, 450. So I like those for sure. Kind of a low-hanging fruit draw to the downside, if you will. I don't necessarily think it's, we don't necessarily need to go to previous weekly low, but I think we could. It's not too crazy. It's like 350 points, so don't think that's out of the realm of possibility by any means. So, see what happens, man. See what happens. All I know is, okay, now the chat, we had 96 votes. It was 53% bullish, and now it's 53% bearish. Everyone was holding their votes. Cheating. Leaning downside. Want to see Nas clear. Previous day high. See if that's up. Yeah. I look different. How do I look different? I turn my lighting up a little bit. Maybe that's why. Otherwise, looking different. I shouldn't look too different. I do need a haircut. I should get a fresh fade. I probably should have gotten a fresh fade for getting back to the streams. But then again, it's like I just got one for Christmas, and it's only January 5th. And, I only get my hairs cut like once every 3 weeks. So I'm not really like totally due yet, but we're getting close. You know what I mean? Don't have data for live futures. Oh, I got you. What's up, Big Head Reef? Morning, Tom. Was bullish. You know how the battle go down. Was bullish, but ES took daily high, so now bearish. Yeah, we got SMT at the previous daily high with ES. Is only 9 minutes into the open here, so still early. We got news in 20 minutes. News in 20. And yeah, really on this 1 minute, we still have no first presented fair value. We have a little volume balance here, but we've been wicking back and forth here on the 1 minute, so there is no fair value gap that's been left yet. We are below this hourly open. We're right at the hourly open. And this upper quadrant of the opening range gap. Tylering. I don't know what that means, but I don't hate it. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, the real question is how many of you guys have already been trading in 2026? How many of you guys have already been trading in 2026? Let me check some other time frames here. 5 minute. We did leave behind a 5 minute gap. 3, 2, little 2 minute gap up here as well. Have not traded in 2026 as of yet. I don't think, at least. Yeah, I think I'm still a virgin in 2026. Well, well, anyway. Yeah, I think we're still a virgin in 2026, and we'll see. Obviously, we want to. It's always the first one that's the scariest one, right? Like, the first one is like, you know, you want it to go well. You want it to go well. You don't want it to be awkward. Yeah, you just want it to be a good time for all parties involved, right? So, if you guys haven't traded so far this year, best of luck. If you've already traded so far this year, then hey, I guess you've already broke the seal and it's game time. Big Head Reef currently in the shorts. Yeah, I think the short, there's a chance that the short could play out here early. Obviously, it'd be a little unfortunate because it is a pretty clean bias. Just when there's 10 a.m. news, it's kind of hit or miss on what we do in the opening range, to be honest. So I don't really want to get, like, there isn't really an entry that, like, glaringly screams, you must take this. I think, you know, you could get a little risky and be like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to risk that we get the short here. You know, 5 minute breaker, bearish fair value gap. Maybe if we get a tap into that on the 5. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely front run these 15-minute gaps. I mean, so you could do that, but I'll just stay patient for now. Stay patient. We'll see. Basically, what I'm trying to avoid is, you know, we get like a deeper drive or one more manipulation to the previous high. And we just basically, I don't want to be early, basically. And then the news comes out and we get ran out. So we'll see here. We got 5 minute gap here. Might get this tap in. We got this 15-minute candle closure coming in 90 seconds. And I was about to say that I could see maybe we get this run here before 10 if we got these 15-minute gaps to inverse, but I don't think we're going to get the closure here now by the close of this candle. Yeah, ES is still bullish here. Never good to be early, if you know what I mean. That's, hey, listen. I'm just trying to be efficient, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get in. Well, hang on. Pause. We're just trying to be efficient. This is what it is, you know. It's not a race, but it kind of is, you know. Can't be mad at me for winning the race, you know what I mean? Can't be mad at me for that. It's not my fault you're slow. Jeez. And they say, oh, she goes, "Oh, you came too early," and I'm just like, "Well, that's awfully some big talk for someone that didn't come at all." Oh, but yeah, watch the lip from you. Yeah. SP 500 double topped, and that's how I see it. It double topped. The ES double topped. It double topped. It ran out the previous daily high, and then NQ has not. So NQ is the weaker of the two here. So yeah, basically this retracement is just what I'm a little bit weary of, right? And I don't know if at 10 a.m. we get one more rate of the high or something like that. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. That's just kind of how it is, especially like I usually like to wait anyway for opening range to kind of come to a close before looking to engage, especially when there's 10 a.m. news though. I just feel like every time you trade, if you trade in the first 30 minutes when there's 10 a.m. news, speaking for myself at least, it usually doesn't go well. It usually doesn't go well. You could probably get some decent scalp opportunities though. But if you're looking for like true delivery, I don't think you usually get it. But you guys like that one? You've turned me off. Wait, what? No, I didn't. Don't lie. Don't lie. What did I do on New Year's? I actually went snowmobiling. We've gotten a bunch of snow. It's like my dad's favorite thing in the world to do is to go snowmobiling. It's like his one hobby. It's his one basically passion. And he's just like wintertime comes around, he just loves freaking snowmobiling. So grew up snowmobiling a lot every weekend in the wintertime. So I was bropping up some trails with him over, well, we've done it a few times now. So yeah, he is planning a trip to go out to Yellowstone snowmobiling here in like 7 days. And they're going out there for like a week. And I was invited, but I was just like, then I wouldn't be able to stream. So listen, you boys, the sacrifices I make for you. Listen, I could have went up, got stuck in a mountain somewhere, and never had to worry about NASDAQ ever again. Nah, he's going with a bunch of his buddies anyway. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. It would be fun to do though. He's been out there a handful of times. I've actually never gone, but they're always like out there for like 7 to 10 days. I'm just like, bruh. I could get behind going out here to snowmobile for like a few days, but over a week, jeez. I guess I could just fly in and then fly out after a few days, but All right, man. We're starting to get this drop off this 5-minute gap and order block. We got macro coming in here in a minute or so. What do you guys think? We get this drop off before 10, or I guess I should say going into 10, maybe even. SMT'd one more time here at the high. Man, we're not leaving any gaps here on the 1 minute chart. This is like the only thing that's like, it's making me hesitate and not really want to trade this. So might be waiting here. Might be waiting here, chat. News in 10 minutes. Macro is just starting here. We'll see if it wants to give this out. If it does, I mean, it is what it is, but better to be safe than sorry. That's what they say. That's what they say. That's what all the 15-year-olds are telling me on TikTok. Better to be safe than sorry. So we'll take hands off the mouse. Sip on the coffee. Otherwise, yeah, man. Kind of just gearing up for this move down here at the after 10 a.m. I'm thinking. Yeah, man. Should we look at oil? What's oil doing right now? CL. I guess not really. Doing too much right now. We got this nice run up here on crude oil overnight. You can see the open. This is the 1 hour chart, but you can see the immediate reaction at the open yesterday after the Venezuelan president was captured. I guess I didn't even realize that Venezuela was the #1 holder of crude oil. They have the biggest reserves in the world, apparently. So evidently it's a big deal, boys. It's a big deal, I guess. That's what they're telling me. Who'd have thunk? And diamond, actually. Everyone's in gold. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about gold and silver. Yeah. Is the opening candle a liquidity grab? I mean, it's kind of what it looks like to me, yeah, but it's more so about a timing thing at this point. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid this, you know. This is just not super clean in here. It's a lot of back and forth, big wicks. And then obviously we got news incoming, so I don't want to be on the wrong side of that. So I'm just staying patient. I would have been open to shorting this, I guess, in the opening range, potentially, if it looked a little bit different, but based on how it looks right now, I'm happy with my decision. Just chill on this, because this would be a little stressful trying to sit through this. You see yourself getting into gold? I mean, maybe at some point, yeah, but I still feel I was gonna make a video about this today, about how the biggest thing that, not the biggest thing, I feel like traders say that my biggest tip, one of the things that will help most of you guys out the most is just focusing on like one asset or like one asset class. It's really hard to, one, not overtrade when you're trying to trade everything. Like that was kind of the issue when I traded Forex, or in the Forex markets, along with trading like NASDAQ and US 30 is, you know, you just end up trading way too much shit. You know, you got a watch list over here on the right-hand side. You just sift through all of these pairs and all of these different things. And it's like, I mean, and yet you're sitting here telling yourself to not overtrade. It's just like, well, that kind of doesn't really go together. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like you really should focus on trying to master one. You only need to get good at trading one thing anyway, to be honest. Even if you were to just trade one thing for your whole life, I think you could be fine with just doing that, and you would just have more days where you don't take any trades. But I do think, for sure, like master one, and then if you want to branch out later, go for it. But I don't think your goal, your first, however many years trading, I don't think your goal should be to try to trade everything. But could I add gold into the mix? Sure. I mean, I've just gotten so comfortable in my bubble trading the indices that I haven't bothered to get gold back into the mix. I was looking at gold at what was that, October, November this last year. You guys were like talking about how gold was the cleanest price action you've ever seen in your life. And then I go to start looking at it like every day on stream, and it's just like the choppiest range that lasted for like a month and a half. I'm like, you guys are you guys are crazy. We have first percent. Yeah, we have first percent gap now finally here. We'll see if we want to inverse it. On the 1 minute, right? This is, yeah. Is that a volume imbalance or no? It kind of looks like it. It's always a good sign when you got to zoom in. The open, 586.75, close. Yeah, it's like a two tick volume imbalance. It actually might be a sus block, boys. It might be a sus block. The indicator doesn't show it though. The only thing that would be like really unfortunate would be, obviously, like right now we got news in 3 minutes. Once it gets this close to the news, I don't really care to put a trade on, to be honest, because anything could freaking happen. But that's not to say that it wouldn't be possible for the market to, right at the news, use that as the catalyst to just jump off a cliff. If it is, then it's whatever, I guess. But did I ever consider working in finance? Not really. You know what's funny though? So one of my dad's like best snowmobile buddies is also his financial advisor. And so we were snowmobiling this weekend actually, and we were talking, and he was like, "Oh, so you still got your Bitcoin?" And I was like, "Yep." and I think like 2 years ago or something, it's just fun like talking to like the older generation, especially those that do work like in finance. And my dad, loves this guy because my dad thinks he's like the biggest genius you've ever seen, right? And when it comes to like investing, and it's just like, okay, well, in reality, it's pretty cookie cutter. Like, oh yeah, well, let's get you some mutual funds, invest in the indices, right? It's not like, what's that tweet that I shared? It kind of took off here. Let me pull it up. So this tweet that I shared here, ICT traders selling a course of the concepts already for free on YouTube. And it's this guy pretending to stop the train, pretending to open the door, pretending to close the door, and then just like, oh yeah, here's a push, get the train going. So this video, a lot of people like meme this or whatever, but one of the things that I saw was like, when your financial advisor tells you to put money into index funds and then takes credit for like good investment advice or whatever. That's kind of what it's like. Talking to kind of like that older generation that are, quote unquote financial advisors. Nowadays though, you got like, I don't know, the millennials and Gen Zs. I don't know if it's different in terms of like what they would advise. I've just always, I don't know, I've talked to like my dad in the past. I'm just like, dude, you're losing 1% on average a year by him like taking his fees. I'm like, you don't need a financial advisor to invest how you're investing, well, I just like not having to worry about it, and I like just being able to tell him, give him the money, and he just does it for me. I'm just like, okay. That's just so funny, but you don't need to be you don't need a financial advisor to be buying anything, really. So it's so funny that like the older generation, they get so stressed out about the idea of opening up their own cash account with a brokerage. What if I forget my login? Is all my money gone? So they'd rather just write a check out of the checkbook, lose the compounded 1% every single year that the financial advisor takes in fees for managing it. And anyway, I know it's still fun. He was just like, oh, you still got Bitcoin? Like 3 years ago, maybe, he was asking me about Bitcoin as well. This is like 2022 or whatever, when Bitcoin was like at like 20 to 30,000. And I was like, yeah, I'm still holding it, buying more if anything. And he was just like, oh gosh, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of happy. He's like, I had some clients back a couple years ago during COVID asking about Bitcoin. He's like, I'm kind of glad I never touched it. It's down quite a bit. And then it was, and then this weekend he was just like, oh yeah, what did that get up to? That got up pretty high, didn't it? And I'm like, yeah, I got up to like 126. He's, oh, what's it at now? I'm like, oh, it's like 91. He's like, oh geez, that's a big drop off. Oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, you know what? Listen, hey, some people ain't cut out for life on the road. What do you want me to tell you? Which is oddly enough, because this specific individual that I'm referencing loves gambling. But I wouldn't say my dad's wealthy. I mean, he's done well for himself. He growing up, he worked in a body shop, like an auto body shop, fixing cars. My mom was a nurse. And then when I was in like middle school, I think, my dad took over ownership of this body shop. And I mean, that would have been like, gosh. Yeah, I don't know, like 15, 16 years ago. So then growing up, he used to force me to work in his body shop. And because I was his kid under the age of 18, he could legally pay me like under minimum wage. So he would like bring me to work with him every summer vacation, every winter break, every spring break. He's like, all right, he'd wake me up at like 6 a.m. every single freaking day. Come on, we're going to work. And he'd make me come to work with him, detail cars, go get parts, take parts off of wrecked vehicles, all sorts of different things. But he never let me paint though, fucker. I did get to go with though, like he part of his business is towing as well. So I used to go on some wrecker calls and pick up some wreck cars on the side of the road. See some interesting folks that way, but no, I mean he's done all right for himself. I wouldn't say he's like wealthy though, but yeah, very very blue collar, I would say, upbringing. He grew up on a dairy farm, so when I was like really young and my grandparents still had cows, I used to go and milk cows in the afternoons and bale hay in the summertime. Yeah. Fun stuff. Not really. Someone's got to do it. But no, he's done all right. He's done all right, but he was pretty pissed when I dropped out of college. You know how those convos go. Oh my God, you're throwing your life away. As soon as I dropped out of college in 2017, I mean, I was like, I guess I was like 19 years old at the time. But like at that time, he was paying for my college. So I was like, I realistically didn't really have an excuse. I probably could have just continued with college. And he probably would have paid for the whole thing, but it would have been kind of pointless. Obviously in hindsight, but it would have been pointless either way because I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I was just going to school because I'm like, well, this is what you're supposed to do, right? So I'm going to go to college because that's what you're supposed to do if you want a high-paying job is what they're telling me. I don't know. So I was in school. Yeah, I decided to drop out my junior year. And at that point, it was like, oh, really? You're going to go against what we would advise you to do? So it was like at that point, like instant, like no help with anything. Kicked off the family phone plan, kicked off the car insurance, kicked off the health insurance. He made me pay him back the tuition that he had already paid for. So like I went from like having some, a little bit of savings built up to like actually broke. And like that was his way of like trying to hardball me to, I think, to like go back to school and finish. I was like, you son of a gun. Yeah, I'll figure this out with or without you, pal. And it's all fun now. But at the time I was like, geez. What the fuck did I do wrong? Yeah. Now I make more than him, so I guess that's kind of fun. He likes it though. He likes it though now. But like back in the day, like when I first dropped out, he would like, I remember I got so broke, I had to move back home for like a year. Yeah, it was just like not a highlight necessarily. We got SMT again, by the way. It was not like a highlight in my life by any means. So I'm like back at home, and he would like come home from work, and he'd be like, well, how much money did you make today? How much money did you make? And he was just like every single day. I'm just like, dude, fuck off. But, I guess in hindsight, though, you think about it, it's like, it was probably good. It was probably good. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Listen, I was spanked growing up. I don't know. Listen, was anybody in the chat spanked growing up? We might have some, you never know, some sensitive folks. They'd be like, oh, that's child abuse. Listen, my sisters weren't spanked, but I was. I was definitely spanked growing up. There'd be times where like my sister would do something wrong and I'd get spanked for it. I'm like, what the fuck? More than spanked, more like beaten. Well, potato. Even beat with the belts. Geez, most of you guys got, see, this is how you become a day trader. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't take the hard path. Or wait, I said that backwards. You don't take the easy path. You take the hard path. Why? Because deep down, subconsciously, you miss getting beaten. So it's like nostalgic, right? When NQ beats the shit out of your stop loss, it's just like, wow. It's like I'm a kid again. Sisters also traders? No. They are not. Nope. I guess you could maybe say like, oh, if you were spanked as a kid, like you have a better chance of being a disciplined trader, maybe. Do you guys think that? You guys think that could correlate at all, or no? It could make sense, right? It's kind of like that saying, like some of you were never spanked as a kid, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Dude, one time, I think the silliest thing that I ever got spanked for was when I was like 5, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5. I like figured out what my dad's first name was, because growing up as a kid, you're like, you just say mom and dad, but then like you get old enough, you learn what their first name is. So I remember one time I was just like, I've learned my dad's first name. His name's Marty, by the way. I was just like calling him Marty. I wouldn't call him Dad. He got down on it. He crouches down. He's like, call me Marty one more time, I'm going to spank you. I look him dead in the eye. 5-year-old Tyler Trades. And I'm like, Marty. Ah! Oh, my ass still hurts from that. Yeah, what's this Marty Supreme thing? Is this a movie that just came out? What is that? What is this Marty Supreme thing? I don't know what the hell that is. You were spanked bare ass? I was spanked bare ass one time, actually. He did it in front of my babysitter because apparently I was misbehaving in talking back to the babysitter. Oh boy. Ripped my drawers down right in front of the babysitter and said, "Oh, you're going to misbehave, huh?" You're sitting there squirming, trying to block his hands with your hands. No. Yeah. Why do I remember all that? Is that trauma? I remember, like... Is that what that's called? I don't know what that's called. Should have spanked the babysitter. You know what? That would have been kind of cool if... if circumstances would have been appealing for him to do so, but let's just say I didn't have one of those babysitters that I did not have one of those babysitters that they make adult films about. Let's just put it that way. I mean, no wonder I misbehaved. You know what I mean? You didn't even give me a hot babysitter. I mean, come on. I'm just a little boy. Just a small town. Oh, it's a small town girl. Oh, yeah. Just a city boy. Getting spanked. Invite the babysitter on stream. I think she's like... Yeah, she's probably like 70 now. Old lady. Nice old lady, though. Elaine is her name. Elaine was good people. I'll tell you what, Elaine made some of the best pancakes. Some of the best pancakes. And her husband would play catch with you in the backyard. However, if you did not throw the ball like right to him, if it was just like a little right, little left, little short, little long, he'd make you go run and get it. He wouldn't move. He'd just stand there like a statue with a beer in his hand. All right, if I have to move, you got to go get it. Thanks, George. Yeah, and that's how I went all pro. Will your wife or GF spank you? Probably. Did you know that 100% of people who drink water eventually die? Why does the government tell people it's healthy? Honestly, great point. Great value blueberries. It must be because they're just setting everybody up for big pharma. That's got to be it. ICT's. Oops. All right. Well, what are we doing here, chat? What the heck? I'm glad that I did not trade anything before the news. It's 10:15 now, though, and it is not doing much of anything right now. Do I think Maduro got spanked in the operation? I think he's been getting spankings ever since they got him. Yeah, I think so. I would think so. Yeah, what's the so he's gonna be? Was there any news that came out about like? Because they got him and they're gonna put him on trial here, right? So what's the? And that's probably gonna be a long ass timeline. This shit never goes quick. Yeah, I mean, ready next macro? I guess yeah, probably. This might just slowly grind up. This SMT might fail. Glad we stayed patient, huh, boys? Oh my gosh, could you imagine being one of the people that tried doing anything in here? I guess you could maybe scalp this if you're just the ballsiest risk taker we've ever seen. You could be doing that, I guess, but I'm good on that. I'm good on that. W discipline 2026, right, chat? Come on. That's right. If you did not take a trade today, if you did not take any trades in here, W discipline. Your 2026 is already off to a better start than your 2025. Good job. Do that with Netanyahu. Didn't Trump pardon him? I thought I saw a tweet that said he was pardoning Netanyahu. I don't know if that was a real thing or not, but I just stopped paying attention to this at this point. Like, it's just, to me, it's so clear and obvious what's going on, but what can I do? Hey guys, did you guys see this stuff all over Twitter? It sounds like, are we doing a tax strike? Are we doing a tax strike? Yes or no? Let me know. I'm not advocating for one, by the way, so if the Mossad is watching, hey, this is not financial advice. I'm not suggesting that you participate in a tax strike. I'm just asking the question what the move is. So, just to clear that up. Definitely pay your taxes, boys and girls. Definitely pay your taxes. But if enough of us rally together, we could maybe do something. Wouldn't that be nice? God, I hate taxes. How did we get to this point where we're paying this much in taxes? Amongst everything else. Do you think it can be done by... Wait, do you think it can be done to any president in the world? What do you mean? Do I think like any president could get captured? I don't know. Let me know if that's what you're asking. Not taking trades, whole 2026 proves my discipline. There you go. Yeah, hey, know your health. You just never got your A+ setup. All 2026. W discipline. It happens. Bitcoin 94K, is it? Ooh. Yeah, boys, I don't know. I'm a little bit, so we talked about this a little bit. We got time here to waste, so we might as well. We talked a little bit at the end of the year about what these markets were maybe gearing up to do. Like if we go to this continuous NQ chart, for example, we look at the 12-month. We had a very, very strong close on the yearly candle for 2025. If I'm looking at NQ or ES, I'm thinking we get obviously more new highs going into 2026. However, when I look at Bitcoin, God, terrible yearly close. And it's like, look at this yearly candle now. Like basically no lower wick. We left a yearly fair value gap. We left a yearly fair value gap in here. This yearly candle close is terrible. And I'm just like, yeah, is this just going to be a wick? Hold the lower 50% of this wick and then we sell off? Honestly, yeah, I kind of fucking think that could be the case. I think that could be what happens. So we'll see, I guess. It's kind of shitty. But if I'm just reading price, that's what it looks like. On the monthly stick, let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Let's check the 6-month chart. Here's the 6-month. We do got a little gap in here. Gap, yeah, I mean, shit. Sub 50K. Dude, sub 50K could be honestly in play. It sucks. Sucks, but it is what it is. They ask me, are you going to TP? Hell no. I'll tell you what, though. I am going to take profit. I am going to take profit probably on... Honestly, Bitcoin might be the only thing I don't take profit on. But I'm taking profit on everything else. And I'll be relying on Bitcoin for analysis. And it's more of like a timing element for me. If this high would have been getting put in November, I think I probably would have taken a lot of profit off the table. But even like XRP... hit 360s for just a second. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we're at like around April. If we're putting in new all-time highs near and around April, then yeah, I might start hitting the sell button, to be honest. We'll see. The deal now on Tradeify is 30% off, I believe, all accounts. 30% all accounts, straight to funded, select accounts, growth accounts. I look new. I think I look new because I just turned my lighting up more, so it's brighter light. I changed my camera on my OBS to like be more of a square instead of a rectangle. This is what it used to be. Check this shit out. This is what it used to be. But now I'm a little bit bigger. Because they said size don't matter. I said, you capping. Size always matters. It's all that matters, actually. Otherwise, nothing has changed. Same office, same setup, same camera. Same me, different year. Or whatever the cool kids are saying. Whatever the cool kids are saying. Short time, the earliest that I would be looking for shorts would be around 10:30. But prepared to wait until the new hour macro as well. Yeah, it's just been choppy. This is what 10 a.m. news can do, though, sometimes. 10 a.m. news can be very, like I said, hit or miss with delivery. Should be a good week though, honestly. I think we see some decent movement this week. New year, no campfire story. Yeah. I just have to not go to Chicago, and I have to not go to Detroit. Apparently, if I go to either of those cities, someone from chat is going to turn me into a campfire story. So, yeah, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, let's get the likes up, boys. Hit the like button. Oh, it's been a long break, bro. I guess we streamed one time, right? We streamed one time before the new year. But gosh, 2 weeks doesn't sound like a long time, but it is a long time. Or was that just me? It felt long. Yeah, 5 big booms for some likes on the stream, boys and girls.
Boom! 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 Boom!
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, I'm going to start charging a fee. Private group 2026. Today is the perfect day to catch the... Wait, what? Today is the perfect day to catch up on Convo. That's true, Jazul. That is true. Let's see what happens around 10:30 here, guys. 10:30, new 30-minute candle. We've obviously just been SMTing this high pretty much on repeat with ES. ES is still pushing in new highs here. So this is just kind of grinding up right now. Some might call it time distortion. I'm manipulating time. I'm manipulating time. ICT, change your trading. Are you leaving ICT? Change my trading. Good night, man. Good seeing you. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully. Potentially, possibly, perhaps. ICT's latest lecture. Which one was his last one? I did watch his videos, yeah. Maybe I missed the last one though. Oh, he was live recently, right? I watched his live stream. I saw like the last 10, 15 minutes of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I guess I didn't even realize he was live. I pulled up YouTube and I saw he was live and I was like, oh shit. So I started watching, but yeah, I watched, let's see here. Where are you at here, Inner Circle Trader? Why can't I find him? What? Oh, here we go. The Inner Circle Trader. No shit. Yeah, his last lecture from Vision Execution. Yeah, I watched it. I can't tell you anything I learned from it, if I'm being honest, but I did. It looks like I watched it. Looking at my YouTube history here. It says I watched it. Ah, there we go. New highs here. Interesting. Did we trade into... Oh, yeah, I guess these 15-minute gaps that did hold put a new high in here, so... Yeah, I mean, I guess you could have been bullish from these 15-minute gaps down in here. Here is your... I mean, if you were bullish, some of you guys may have been. This would have been your 1 minute change in the state. Obviously, this is hindsight here. I was not necessarily bullish, so... here's your change in the state. It just would have been a gruesome, grinded out, patient hold. Like, you know, you just would have had to been really, really patient with this. But I guess this would have been your long opportunity if you were bullish. Right there. To this high, and then see maybe what we do from here. But yeah, that would have been eh. That would have been eh. Plus, you would have been just sitting here ready your entry right at the news. And that's, I don't know. That's just less than ideal. I would love if we could Now that we've taken out this high. It's 10:30 incoming here. I don't know. Let's see what happens. You know, if we get a little inversion with some displacement to the downside, perhaps we look to play that. If not, we're going to be waiting until another 20, 30 minutes here. I'm always using New York time. So right now it's UTC -5. What brand are my glasses? These are not like super high end. I think I paid like 50 or 60 bucks for these. Sleep ZM. Oh no, they're from Amazon. I was looking into like some really nice blue light glasses, but I'm like, dude, some of these glasses are like $200-300. I'm just like, what? I'm like, what is so different about them that makes them worth $200 to $300? I think these are nice. You do like the little blue light test or whatever? They give you like a little blue light strip. It's like no blue light coming through these things. Do I have Somalian genes? Your forehead is massive. I guess, dude, I should probably open up a daycare. That seems like it'd be far more profitable than day trading. And I never have to hit stop loss. Yeah. I guess I just got a big cranium, boys. What are you scratching? Your brain? Yeah, because it's huge. You guys, does anybody know that reference? What are you scratching? Your brain?
Okay, cool. Thanks. Whoa, Clark.
I was kidding. You can't do that.
All right, fine. Here, give her one of these.
This is yesterday's paper.
Well, at least it's not on the roof.
Clark, don't pick your nose in front of me, please.
I'm not picking, I'm scratching.
What are you scratching, your brain?
Yeah, because it's huge. Oh, chain break. Not now. I have 80.
Bench warmers, anybody? Come on. Classic. Classic. Any trades yet? No trades yet, man. No trades yet. P&L window. This keeps getting messed up on me. Why does it do that? Let me see if I can fix that here quick. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Total P&L zeros. Zeros across the board. Flat so far. We'll see though. Yeah, for right now it's just grinding higher. The idea though was, for me at least, I wanted to see, keep in mind, coming into the session today, this previous daily high had SMT with ES going, like literally going into market open. So we had SMT at previous daily high with ES. This was OTE of this range. And obviously we have just been straight up today. Right? So was kind of expecting to maybe see a distribution back down below at least like London Asia lows. So did not get that. Just continuing to grind higher here. It is obviously just Monday, so you know we could see potentially high of the week get put in tomorrow, and then maybe we see the rest of the week sell off. I don't know, but perhaps we leave all this for later and we go rip new all-time highs as well. Let's see the all-time high on ES. I think this is all-time high. Yep. All-time high on ES is basically 7,000, 7,014. Beef stew. Beef stew. On these streams in the morning here, Emmy, I'm trading Tradeify Lightning funded accounts. That'll likely be the case for all of January. That's what I'll be trading on these morning live streams. No trades yet. No trades. Seeing if we can maybe see a short come in here. The movie's called Benchwarmers. I show sneakers. It's a classic movie. You can't tell me you've never seen Benchwarmers. Yeah, what's oh my god, Tesla's up 4%. Big gap. Apple's a little red on the day. Amazon up almost 3%. Meta up 2%. Yeah, Nvidia's not really moved much. Guess we'll see. I don't hate the idea though of you know, like I said, if we get an inversion here, I could maybe see wanting to play this, to be honest. I mean, even if you just took it down to like data low from this 10 a.m. candle, could maybe get away with that, but something like that could be what the doctor ordered. Kind of a weak inversion there. Got a little gap here on the 5. See if we get this closure on the 5 minute. Maybe look to play this here. It was kind of weak on that 1 minute close right there. All right, I'm going to drop a sell limit here that just got picked up in this little 1 minute gap that got left. We did get the inversion on the 5 and the 1. Stop's going to be at the high here. We'll see if we can get this moved down towards the data low from 10 a.m. Risking about 29 points here. First trade, yep, first trade of the year. I think. The first one. You will never get this. You will never get this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. As far as like a break even goes, I'm just thinking like 50% of this range. Macro incoming in 7 minutes here. A 15-second BPR. Sweet. We will leave behind an hourly gap below previous hourly low on ES. So keep an eye on that. We got 15 minutes yet or whatever, so it's not formed as of yet. So just something to note, though. My break even, I'm probably going to go break even here at this 50% of this range from this low to this high. Because then we've rebalanced. So if price wants to dig into here and then retrace, I probably should be risk off. I'm in one mini contract. If I was in micros, I'd probably consider like a retest of this first presented gap, a partial. Maybe should have did micro so I could do that, but first trade of the year, boys. It's so scary. Oh God, there's 930. Jeez. What a bounce. Not a good idea. What's not a good idea? Also, this is a new 15-minute open as well. So new 15-minute opens up. Open higher for right now. No lower wick on this 15-minute candle as of yet. Indicator, this is just the power of 3. So these are the hourly candles. First trade of the year scary for some reason. Dude, that's right. You gotta dust the cobwebs off, you know what I mean? It's like, do I even remember how to do this? Back at entry here. 930 was like a freaking wall here. Macro incoming in a couple minutes. But yeah, going for like an opening range, essentially an opening range high to opening range low move here. So this is our opening range from this morning. So we've taken out the high of this opening range. And all we've done is trade up. The only people that have made money so far today are the bulls. So I just feel like we got to come back and tag some stops that are trailed. Should be in the clear once this 15-minute candle flips bearish. So, wait and see. Macro in a minute, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. If we don't get enough likes, the trade The trade won't go to TP if you don't get enough likes. New 5-minute here. Macros beginning. Looks fine. You don't predict, you react. I guess that's true. I think I heard ICT say in his recent lecture that that's actually, didn't he say the exact opposite of that? He's like, no, you actually are predicting, which I've always thought that that saying was kind of like silly. It's like, what do you mean we're not predicting? Like every time you put a trade on, you're predicting it to go one way or the other after reacting to what has already happened. It likes this gap though. Predicting a reaction, reacting to a prediction. Still do not have a 15-minute lower wick. Yeah, Asia range was really small. But yeah, we've only just moved up. Asia and London overnight and so far this morning. I don't feel like I'm asking for a whole lot here. Yeah, this is slow. What's up, buddy? All right. All right, see you later. Well, we got top of the hour in like 6.5 minutes. Obviously, I'm hoping that we don't get another drive above the hourly high. Will be GG's if so. But yeah, we're just slow, chopping back and forth in this gap here. I still like it though. If this 15-minute candle doesn't flip bearish, market is 100% scammy in 2026. What am I feeding the dog? Why? Why is he fat? Jax, you're fat. You need a New Year's resolution, pal. I do not trade the orb, no. New year, new dog. I do not trade the orb. I used to trade something kind of like the orb back in the day, but I am the orb. What about Trump kidnapped Venezuela president? Yeah, we talked about it already. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Kind of interesting, I guess. No, this is the first trade of the year, actually, and first trade of the day. Did we just... Bro, 930 opening price is a literal wall right now. No, I don't think we did yet. What is going on here? Why is 930 open being such a bitch? Look at this liquidity that we're just building up here. Come on now. Quit being a little hoe. Yeah, Leon, that's what I'm thinking as well. We'll see. Like I said, I just hope that the new hour doesn't manipulate this hourly high one more time, and then, you know, that's going to be a stop out. That'd be kind of just a false confirmation here on the 5 minute and 1 minute with these inversions, but didn't like that reaction right here. Oh, God. Closure above, reclaiming this gap. I don't know, boys. Getting a little bit risky now. Getting a little spooky. Still holding it. Two minutes till the top of the hour here. Just gonna ride it out, I think. This 15-minute really did not put in a lower wick. That's crazy. So we'll have a swing high on the 15-minute at least. Ever tried trading memes? No. I did fuck around with some NFTs at one point though. Kind of the same thing. All right, let's see what this new hour wants to do, man. One minute. I actually made money with NFTs as well. Not very much, but I made like 10 or 20 Solana. I forget what it was, but I was 100% taking NFT signals from other people that I thought knew more about NFTs than me. In hindsight, though, isn't it so funny that people were paying money for a fucking digital picture? That shit is so stupid to me. At the time, I was like, ah, fuck it, whatever. But now I'm just like, God, that's so stupid. All right, guys, new hour. Let's see. Swing high on the 15-minute. Previous 15-minute candle has no lower wick. 9:30 opening price has been a wall so far. Of support. What is first presented gap? Yeah, I might chicken out and even go for a tighter reward here. First presented gap retest in discount. I'm just thinking element of time. We got like 9 minutes left before this macro runs out. Probably gonna go break even when we raid all this liquidity here. Hit the like button, boys. Hit the like button. Prevent stop losses. Just like brushing your teeth prevents cavities, hitting the like button prevents stop losses. Believer in digital currency. You talk about crypto? Yes and no. The indicator is ICT Everything by Cold Brew Roche. Is what marks out these opening prices. Well, this is awfully slow. I do not want to see this hourly candle flip bullish, to be honest. That's not a great sign for this trade. Trying to be patient. I'm trying to stick with this. But holy cow, it's testing the patience. This is taking a fucking long time. Ay. SMTing right here at the moment. Pretty much our last hope. So yeah, we did end up forming an hourly fair value gap. You guys can see here on ES. This would be quite unfortunate if this hourly candle raids the high on NQ and not on ES, and then we go here. Just hoping that don't happen. You can see the relative strength is kind of flipped, and it's almost like ES is starting to become the weaker one now. Funny how that works. The Maduro effect. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I know, Kev. I don't know why we're so unwilling to go rip some sell side here. Macro's like coming and gone. The macro's come and gone. Like my uncle. Oh. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to be patient. This is a tough deal though. I'm not gonna lie. I thought for sure we'd get some movement here in the macro, but damn. She is hanging on. Yes, Ludo? Kudo? Ludo? I am, yeah. Well, that's rude. So yeah, this is what I'm worried about though. Is like we sweep this hourly high. That's where my stop's at. And then it's like we're gonna have SMT at the hourly high as well with ES. So I hope I don't get stop rated and then the reversal takes place off these AM highs. Shucks, dude. Well, it's good to get the first loss of the year out of the way, boys. Get the first loss out of the way. Then then it's game time. Then it's fucking game time. See, now you don't got to worry about protecting a perfect streak. You just like, let's get the fucking first one done with. Put it behind us. Yeah, this is going to be a stop out, boys, if I've ever seen one. I'm just going to be I'm going to be really fucking heartbroken if this just like tanks after this. So there's stop out there, $590, boys and girls, on a 29-point stop. Not too bad. Pretty light risk there. Just one mini, but it would have been a decent reward. Well, originally it was going to be going for like a 90-point trade, but even this would have been over 2R, 60 points. Dude, this will be really fucking depressing if this hourly sweep is all we're about to do. Don't do me like that in 2026, chat. Don't do me like that, boys. Don't do me like that. God. Why can't I do this? What is going on here? There we go. There we go. Anyway, yeah. First trade of the year is an L, boys. First trade of the year is an L. Trying to short this. I still like the shorts, but dang. Let's watch this a little bit and just kind of see what happens. But minus 590 per account. Good setup in my opinion. Just didn't want to deliver. 930 ended up being just a brick wall, literally. Built up all this liquidity on both ES and NQ here. But grinding up. More liquidity for later, I guess. Saw the same GJ, but there was price action. Told me not to trade today. Fair enough. Jimmy says, maybe you should change strategies. I do it if my stop loss is taken, and it works very well. Yeah, that is usually the fail-safe. As soon as you take a loss, new strategy time. New strategy time. Everybody knows that's how day traders, that's how it goes. That is what you're supposed to do. Take a loss. It's not your fault. It's the strategy's fault. You are going off live? Question mark. Yeah, we'll probably be wrapping up shortly, but I just wanted to watch this for a few more minutes and see what we were going to do. But yeah, I mean, kept the risk pretty moderate. $500 or $590, almost $600 per account. You know, 1 hour for me is about $750, so below that. Yeah, just kind of a bummer that this didn't deliver. I thought for sure we could get at least a sweep here, go break even at that point. Just like I said, 930 was just this brick wall. I thought we were in the clear here, to be honest, and then we immediately bounced back up, rejected hard. So yeah, you know, it's like when you're laying in bed and you're laying in bed with the missus, and you're thinking that you're gonna get lucky, and then she says she's bloated and has a headache, and you know, you get rejected hard. It's kind of the same thing, right? It feels about the same. So then you got to go to bed. Well, you get it. You get it. You've all been there. So yeah, this is what I'm watching. Honestly, if we were to displace through this, giving us the inversion here after taking the hour, SMT at previous hourly high, you could play it again. Potentially. So we'll see what happens. But 11:15, 11:14, almost, yeah, new 15-minute candle incoming. Looking like it's going to close fairly decent. Kind of comes down to how many chances are you willing to give something like this. Oh, Lorenzo, we've all been there too. That's the thing. Anwar says, I'm cooked. Thanks, Tyler. Dude, I took a loss too, but I'm not cooked. Listen, if you took the same trade as me, first of all, that's on you. Second of all, if you blew your account, that's also on you. Yeah, I'm still watching it, man. I'm just, if we were to get something like this inversion, I was definitely open to it. Still, I am kind of. The idea, I don't think, is like really invalidated by any means. But obviously, I'm trying to avoid anything unnecessary. We'll see what happens. Right now, we're holding this gap, so this is, you know, if it looks like another grind higher, then probably step away for a little bit. Maybe come back, lunch macro, take a peek at things, or early PM session. I'm not bearish, or I'm not bullish at all at this point in time, just because it's been the only thing that's been offered is buy side so far today. So truthfully, I just would favor retracements to take out lows and stops for longs from today. That's just been the only thing that's been able to make any money today. You know, look at Asia, London, everything's just been up. But we could be drawing towards this previous day high on NQ as well. Obviously, we had SMT. We still do have SMT at that previous day high. Whether or not that wants to hold is yet to be determined, but I still would favor that thought process for now. All right. Sometimes it's hard to do just because you get stopped out and you're just like, fuck it, I guess I'm offside. I'm gonna fucking switch from bearish to bullish. So I try not to do that too much unless I really feel like I've missed something on the higher time frame that I didn't notice before. I don't think that's the case right now. I think it's just again, kind of just sticking with that original idea until like really proven wrong. And I don't think that's been the case yet, but why do you put it at the high instead of the... You're saying, like, why don't I, like, add points to my stop loss from the high? Is that what you're asking? Well, usually when I'm taking a trade, I'm expecting whatever high or low that I traded from to be the new protected high or low, right? And then I'm using other things as confirmations for my trade, like inversion, fair value gaps, market structure shifts, change in state of delivery, whatever. So that's really... Hopefully that's answers your question. But once that confirmation takes place, I'm not expecting those PD arrays to be reclaimed or to fail. So it's really like, what is my stop loss protected by? You know, I want my stop loss to be protected by 2 or 3 PD arrays, obviously, when I'm taking a trade. So if I'm using fair value gaps and inversion fair value gaps, like I don't want to see those gaps fail, you know? So that's what my stop is protected by in pretty much any instance. But sometimes I won't even include the high or the low. I'll just put it on the other side of the PD array that I'm trading. It just kind of depends on how stingy I'm being with my stop loss. But with NQ, being stingy with the stop loss can be troublesome. Sometimes you get wicked out and then it still holds. So that can be a little dicey. But, you know, it's one of those old habits. Like, old habits die hard. Sometimes these fucking stops on NQ are just so huge that I'm like, you know, gosh, if it goes to this point, shouldn't it really go to my stop anyway? So I try to save sometimes that 5-10 extra points. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it bites me. You know, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't be so stingy with it. But it is what it is. We all have our faults. We're all human. I guess that would be an element. It's not really an element of fear. It's probably more so an element of greed, just wanting to see a better risk reward. But, yeah, NASDAQ can be a tricky son of a gun sometimes. She'll break your heart. She will. Peaky Blinders? Dude, I've actually never watched Peaky Blinders, but I've seen clips of it. And it seems like a cool show. I'm not going to lie. I think I started watching it, and then I got like 10 or 15 minutes into the first episode, and I was so bored. I'm like, what am I watching here? And I turned it off. But maybe I should I do that? Should I grow out this mop on top? Get like the tight fade around, slick the hair back. Get a little trench coat. I need to get some cigars. Start hitting some cigars on stream. That'd be fun. Not after trades like today, but you know, winning streaks, etc. Got to give it more than 15 minutes. Gosh. Now you sound like my ex. Oh, 15 minutes? What the fuck? I didn't realize your ex before me was a marathon runner. Holy. 15 minutes? Jeez. Goodness. 15 fucking minutes. What are we shooting, a porno? Jeez. No one's paying me for this. No, I haven't watched. I think I started Billions a while. That's an older show, right? I think I started that too back in the day, but I never finished it. Bro, I'm telling you, man, the only time I've watched like TV series is when, you know, you're cuffed up and your woman is like, hey, let's relax and watch a good show. And then you get into it with her and then you watch the whole thing. To sit here by myself and try to watch a TV series for like, I just doesn't, I got better shit to do. You know what I mean? I gotta go make my millions of doll hairs so that my next woman can be attracted to this big forehead. You know what I'm saying? Well, boys, I might be calling it here. It's not really setting up anything right now. I say that, and then like in 2 minutes it could displace and inverse this. But if it does, it does, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to hop off these charts for the time being. Probably going to take a look at things here shortly, a little later on. But you guys kind of know what I'm looking for here. I'm going to be looking for a retracement possibility back down to at least rebalance this range, but potentially even like this opening range low. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord and on X. If you guys aren't following me on there, feel free. Or in the Discord, the link is either in the chat and or in the description of the live. Hop in there, boys and girls. But yeah, man, I will be planning to go live every single day this week. That's the plan as of right now. Same time, same place. And yeah, man, 30% off all Tradeify accounts. If you're looking to get funded, Growth, Select, or Lightning funded accounts, 30% off. Code Tyler. As always, appreciate you, boys and girls. Hit the like button before you go. First trade of 2026 for your boy was an unfortunate L. But I definitely did not mind the setup at all. And we managed risk, so it is what it is. That's part of it. Had to get the first one out of the way. Now we've cracked the seal, and it's game on from here, boys. Appreciate you, boys. I will, like I said, keep you updated in the Discord, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning. All right? Enjoy your Monday, everybody. I'll talk to you later on.
Wake up early, coffee to my lips. Tyler trade streaming, giving us tips. The NASDAQ hustle riding up high. Joints on my playground, never ask you why. ICT moves, smart money flows. Precision like an arrow, yeah, that's how it goes. Stop loss is shaking, but I hold my ground. Payouts stacking while the beats pound. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. Ain't you running, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trade line snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trader age, every single day. Trend line snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age.